Hey guys, it's Lisa and my husband Ken.
Hello again.
Just so you know, I had to redo the beginning. This is why my hair looks different. I did not like the opening, and I don't think I'm gonna like this one. And right now I was working on some photos for Ms Phyllis and Mr. Bucky. And when you watch this, guys, I hope you don't mind the quality of the video. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm using my cell phone. I cannot edit yet. And I know nothing about nothing. I just know how to record on my phone, put two videos together, and upload it to YouTube. That's all I know how to do. Oh, and put a little music to like a slideshow. That's it. So I hope this is more for you guys about the message, about Ms. Phyllis and about her memory and missing her and wishing her family, that's around, peace and comfort. So I, again, don't mind the quality. I just hope you appreciate the message in this. And I hope you enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed making it. Hey guys, welcome to Life with Lisa A. This is my channel. This is, him if you watch me. This is my husband Ken. And this channel is dedicated to the memory of Ms. Phyllis Stokes and Mr. Bucky. And she has her own channel out there. And if you're familiar with Ms. Phyllis Stokes, this is why you would be watching this video. Do you want to start it? Oh, and you know what, guys, if you want to pick up a coffee and join us, or whatever it is you're drinking. If you have something with vodka in there, that's even better. This is just straight up coffee. All right, go ahead.
She did it again, folks. She said that she was going to start, and she just...
I did start.
She's supposed to talk about Phyllis.
I did.
Yes, but we enjoy watching Phyllis. We still do. She has a lot of videos. She has, I guess, thousands of them, and we're still watching them. And about her and Mr. Bucky, and she has, she's just very real, really genuine. There's no angle to her. She doesn't have a shtick. She doesn't have a, she just does her thing. And my wife has said before, she makes you feel like she's talking directly to you, and which is good. And she just does her thing, whether it's recipes, which is her main forte, but she also goes into sewing. She goes into, when they were out looking for an RV, then she lets you share their personal life, which we like, getting to know her husband and her dogs and her house and everything. So we like that. She's even showed her grandkids that came over. Like,
her husband Stephen, hi, and Arlene, hi.
No, her son.
That is Stephen.
Her son Stephen, not husband. You said husband Stephen.
Oh, did I say husband? No, her son.
So
Sorry.
anyways, and then she had her grandkids over. I think it was for Thanksgiving. I'm not sure, but we've seen that, so we enjoy that. But she just does, she just makes you feel good, and she makes you feel like you do your best. You make your dish, and if it comes out right, it comes out right. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it'll still taste good, and not to sweat it.
Yeah, and don't care what it looks like.
Yeah, just as long as you know it's going to taste good, and it doesn't matter. It's not worth getting all upset over. And my wife's always been a perfectionist and wanting to get everything exactly right. Doesn't like any kind of, it just doesn't want anything to come out wrong. But Phyllis has taught her that it's okay, and as a stickler as Phyllis is, if she can put up with it, then so can the rest of us.
So let me just jump in real quick. First of all, don't mind the dog hair. I have a Labradoodle who's not supposed to shed, and she sheds like crazy, and she just wanted a hug. So anyway, and whatever she wants, she gets. So anyway, let me just say this, because I have a couple short little videos that's gonna make one long video. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I apologize. I try to make things short, and I cannot. Even a 5-minute cooking video. It was a 5-minute cooking video for a pressure cooker. I dragged it into 18 minutes. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it happened. Anyway, and I just wanted to say, and again, this is a dedication to Phyllis. And I just want to say, she was more than a motivator and teacher. And when Ken said, she could sew and she could cook, but I mean, she could get down and dirty. She could tinker. She knew some plumbing. She knew a little bit about electricity, but she didn't like to mess with that, she said. But she knew a lot about just, I hate to sound, I don't know, but manly things, right? She knew some manly things and how to do it. I mean, you're just in awe when you watch her, and you just learn so much from her. Did you want to say something?
Well, no, I wanted to add in that she made you feel comfortable about freezing stuff for later.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't like it, but she froze a lot of
everything.
Stuff. But one of her points that she often makes, and you can't argue with her, she said, if Stouffer's can freeze macaroni and cheese, so can you. If Stouffer's can freeze lasagna, so can you. And she's right. As long as you seal it, and like they do, it can freeze. And then how long does it sit in the grocery store in the freezer till you buy it? We take it home and eat it, and it tastes great. So she's right.
Yes.
Don't be afraid of the freezer.
And she's just, and again, that's just one small thing that we learned from Ms Phyllis. And I don't know, I'm sure I have this in the video somewhere, but I like her holiday rolls. I make that's like a staple now that I do, and it's for special occasions. And again, I could do heated blanket. I never thought about putting it on a heating pan. I'm sorry, this is going to be a repeat. And did you want to say something?
No, finish and I'll talk. No.
Well, I don't know what I was going to say other than
about the heating pad.
And I know this is going to be a long video. It was probably going to be like a 45-minute video. And I apologize for that. You can stop, you can pause it, you can come back later. You don't have to sit there and watch the whole 45 minutes if you don't want to. But how can you just make a short version when there's so much to say about this couple? Seriously, you just can't make it half-ass. You really can't. And then
before you press stop, make sure you like and subscribe.
hit that bell notification.
Oh, the bell too.
I never asked for that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, you should. That's what everybody else does.
I have no clue what we're even doing here. But I did find a video.
What? I don't think Phyllis really did. She never told you to like and subscribe because she's, you do or you don't.
But you know what? It's funny. I was going through Ms Phyllis's videos last night. I found one who she teaches you how to. Now it's going back from 2013, but she teaches you how to upload a video to YouTube and what camera she used. I just love it. She was so well rounded.
Oh, and she made you feel, because some people are. What's the word? Grocery snobs or store snobs, but she made you feel comfortable going to Walmart or Aldi or a couple other discount stores to buy your meat or your produce.
Dollar store.
Or a dollar store. Oh, just to get important stuff like meat and produce and stuff. And she did, and she would bring it home and eat it. And, if she can, why can't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
save money. Everybody wants to save money, so she was good at showing you how to save bucks too, which is good.
Yes, and she kept meticulous records. And I'm going to do a slideshow. And it turned into, so I have like over 100 photos now, and it turned into like a 6-minute slideshow. So I'm going to break that up, 3 minutes here, 3 minutes there. But, and it's funny, she was just so meticulous in her records. And even when she did her couponing, or, I mean, she just, I have a photo of it. She went through this whole diary, this book. She was going back years ago and comparing prices and how you can break it down to the penny. And I can never do that. I'm just not too smart for that. But just a remarkable lady, very, and Mr. Bucky, because we're not even speaking about him, was a remarkable man too. And they seemed like they complemented each other. And we've been married for over 32 years. And, you know, it's funny. I mean, because we argue and we could fight and stuff like that.
I'm sure they did too, but you didn't really ever see it.
Yes.
And if it was very civil and very,
yes, and I just think like
humorous, and it was entertaining to watch them disagree on stuff. So I mean, and it was nice that she called him Mr. Bucky. For my wife to call me Mr. Ken.
That will never happen. Not from this Jersey
One can
girl.
hope.
Absolutely not.
One can hope.
So anyway, guys, let me just stop rambling here. This was our opener. There's a lot of video to put on here. So, and I just hope I do Mr. Bucky and Ms Phyllis justice. And Steven, I hope you're you like this video, because I know you wanted me to send you a link, and I will. All right, bye everybody.
Bye, folks.
Bye. Quick side note: my Christmas decorations come down. Anything to do with Santa Claus comes right down the day after Christmas. What stays up is Christmas lights, some snowy decorations until January 1st, and then everything, including these lights, come down. But there's been a little bit of an illness going on and stuff like that, and these just soothe me. I keep them on as a night light. It's cozy, it's inviting, and they don't care. So they're gonna stay up for a little while longer. And then you can see I have a little dinner I'm making back there. It's a chicken garlic with shredded Parmesan cheese, Parmesan Reggiano cheese, because we're trying to watch what we're eating tonight. And eat a little healthy. But this has nothing to do with Ms. Phyllis. So just those lights. I didn't want to be embarrassed with those lights being up. All right, bye. Guys, I am so sorry. I promise we'll get onto this video. I just wanted to explain one thing. We're dressed like this today. When you watch the other videos, we did that a few days ago. I was sick. I was not feeling well. I had a mild bout of the flu. So, and I did not like the opener. Hence, is why we redid it today. And that's why we have 2 different outfits on. And whatever. All right, bye. Hi guys, welcome to Life with Lisa. You know who I am, and you should know who that is. That's my husband Ken.
How you doing?
This video is dedicated to the memory and the 1-year anniversary of Ms. Phyllis Stokes. We had another video that was done when I was sick, and it was just a lot of rambling, and it kind of came into our life.
Yeah, we would talk about Phyllis, and then we just would,
Yeah, and then it would come into my, because I was talking about something about Ms. Phyllis.
We would relate stuff about her to our marriage and our life, and then before you know it.
Then we're talking about us and our children, and off topic with Ms. Phyllis. So, and I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to honor her.
We'll try to stick to topic on this opening.
It's very hard to do, and I'll try to make it short, but again,
Especially when you're her. It's
very hard to do. I cannot make a long story short, and I do try. But especially, you know what, and you want to honor, seriously, all joking aside, Miss Phyllis's memory, and speak about her. And there's so many things to say about her and Mr. Bucky. How can you just make it short?
Well, we just don't try to say everything, just because, you can talk more about it when you're doing her recipes and stuff also.
Which I do. Okay, so let's just continue. And this time, I just have a lip, which I can't even read without glasses.
Lisa's got notes. Got notes.
I don't do notes, and that's why it makes me cringe. I don't do bullet points, and I can't even read without glasses, and plus you can see it's kind of dark in here. So,
plus you can't read her writing anyways.
No, it's very messy. But anyway, that's neither here or there. So, Ken, why don't you start it, and then let me just read something. Okay, never mind, guys. Be right back. Actually, I really couldn't look at anything because I can't see in the dark. Well, I just wanted to say...
Glasses.
I just wanted to say how Ms. Phyllis, or Phyllis Stokes, touched me, okay? And what I like about her and what I miss about her. Not only was she a teacher and I would say a mentor, but she was just so wise and so classy and just so old fashioned. You know, she seemed really like strict and set in her ways and ran her house a certain way and wanted her yard immaculate, her house immaculate, would do her ceiling. Like my mother, when she cleans, she goes behind the refrigerator, vacuums, and on top. I don't. But Ms Phyllis does, and so did my grandmother. And what I like about Ms Phyllis when she cleans, well, so does my mother, but we're talking just Ms Phyllis. See how I like to relate, and I can't do that. She always has a wet rag with her, and there's never a spill or a mess on her stove or on her counter or anywhere, not even on her fingers. Like tonight, I worked with lemons, and I was making a recipe. I just got done squeezing a lemon, and I went right into my beaters. I thought, oh my God, let me wipe my hands down. And she always put the lids, like right when she was done working with one spice, she would automatically put the lid back on. I just throw mine aside, and when I'm all done, either you'll do it or I'll do it. But as she's going along...
I think Phyllis is in my majority, though. But go ahead.
Maybe. I don't know. But I could be a lazy cook, guys. You want to know something? Now here we go about me.
Yep, you're doing it again.
I cook, and I cook from scratch everything. And I'm an Italian girl. And it's just a big meal, and it's a gourmet meal every night. Hence is why we probably have weight problems.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Say what? What did he say?
I definitely
Whoa!
What did he say? Have a problem.
Seriously, what did you just say?
I'm not saying, but you're saying You just told the world I have a weight problem.
Well, wait a minute. I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. What are you trying to say? Seriously. I would look at you. That's my bad side. I got like an H spot right there. Otherwise, I'm going to look at you right there on the camera. Sorry, Ms Phyllis. Sorry, Steven.
Yeah, wait, you're going off topic.
Seriously, I just want to know, what the hell did you mean by that?
I didn't mean anything.
Well, what did you just say?
I didn't mean anything.
When you said talk about yourself, what can I talk about myself?
Nothing.
Oh, no, I have nothing to say. You don't think so? Do I have a weight problem I can talk about? No. Oh, yeah, okay. So anyway, Steven, I'm so sorry. But back to your mother. Like I said, she's just so neat and tidy and put the lids back on and always wiped up as she went. She always told you an interesting story. And what I liked about her is she truly thought, when you listen to Ms Stokes or Ms Phyllis Stokes, you thought she was talking to you. You thought you were talking to her friend. You thought it was just like you and her one-on-one. And it seems like you've known her all your life and you just met her through her cooking channel and you never did meet her in all actuality, right? You just see her on TV. And the thing is, and that's what I try to do with my channel. So that's something else she taught me. I just don't want to get up there and do a stupid cooking video. I try to bring you in my life. I try to, when we have game night with my son, let's say, my one son, I bring you over there. I take you on the car ride. We go to my son's house. We'll eat dinner together. I'll show you a little bit of the game night. Last night we watched the McGregor fight. I recorded a little bit of that. So, so that's something else Ms Phyllis taught me was to make it more personable, more like you're talking to a friend. So when I'm talking to the camera, I'm trying to pretend, or actually I'm not pretending. I really do want to be talking to a friend. And I hope there are followers out there that one day will like me the way you like Ms Phyllis. And I hope I will speak to you like one-on-one. I'm just saying this has to do with what Ms Phyllis taught me. This is what I learned from her, to talk to the people out there with respect and to be true. And like you said, no angles. You know what I'm saying? I have no angles. I don't care if you subscribe to my channel. I don't care if you hit the little bell where you give me a thumbs up. Okay? I would like a comment because then I could talk to you. But that's not what it's about. It's truly about me helping you. And I'm sure there's a lot of cooks out there that know how to cook, but there's some people who don't know how to cook and will even boil water. And I want to be like Ms Phyllis. So she was, for me, a role model. Okay? And she sparked inside me. And another thing, I never do really my hair and makeup when I do videos. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just my real persona. And when I thought Phyllis Stokes was a very pretty lady.
I do my hair and makeup, though. So you can see. Go ahead.
I thought Ms Phyllis Stokes was a very pretty lady without makeup. And when she did her makeup, wow, wasn't she a beautiful woman? She was. I thought she was a very pretty lady. So, so it's just like little things like that. And I like the fact that she could just get down and dirty and do man things. Okay, I knew she knew a little bit about electricity, but like she said, she really didn't like to tinker with that. She left that to the professionals, but she knew about plumbing. She knew what to look for water spots and then this and this and that. She knew a lot of stuff that men would know. Do you know what I'm saying? But yet she was very womanly, knew all the home X type stuff and how to sew and how to cook and what makes, like she knew some of the science. Like I like to know the science when I cook too. And she knows what she's talking about in the kitchen. And you can tell one good cook from another cook. She's not just getting there studying a recipe. She knows why certain things work together and why they wouldn't. And one thing, and I know I'm a good cook, but one thing I know she even taught me, maybe I forgot about it from school, maybe I just never knew about it, but even with the enzymes, she heats up the milk in the microwave to scald the milk to kill the enzymes in the milk when you're making homemade yeast dough. Because if not, those enzymes will kill your yeast. So, and then when I heat up bread, like something else Ms Stokes taught me, when I'm proofing my dough, when I'm making homemade bread, I've done it even in the oven on low. Okay, I've done it on a heating blanket, wrapped up in a heating blanket, but I never thought about a heating pad. Oh my God, so simple, and I never thought about it. It was a simple heating pad. So I do that now. Her homemade, her holiday rolls, which are the homemade yeast rolls, to die for in such a winter, and they're so easy to do, and they're foolproof. Oh my God, we all love them, and now I just make them for all the holidays. When my dad turned 80. For his special birthday dinner, I made him those homemade rolls as well. And there's other things I want to say, but I want Ken to have a chance to talk.
Well, you touched on it. You know, the things I get from her was that she, like I said, she's genuine. She's just there has a purpose, and she's not there. She doesn't have a shtick. She doesn't have an angle. She doesn't have an agenda. She's just basically being a teacher. That's what she's doing. And
yes.
And she taught my wife to not, if you're a perfectionist in the kitchen, not to worry. If you have a crack in your cheesecake, or if you have,
I don't crack.
If you have, anything doesn't come out exactly the way you want it,
that's okay.
Or appear the way you want it, the taste is still going to be good. And there's always another time. You'll always make it again. It's not like it's the last time you're making it, and it's not like you're in a contest to win $1 million or something. You're just you're cooking at home. And that's my wife's a home cook, and that's what she's, home chef, cook, whatever she is, and she's just wants to help and share that with other people, just like Phyllis did. So maybe my wife's generation is carrying on Phyllis's generation in a way, and then hopefully her followers build up, and it's word of mouth, because all it can do is help people. It's definitely not gonna hurt you to watch.
But no, I want to follow I do Ms Phyllis Stokes, some of her recipes too, and we've made a few of them, but never on camera before. I'm going to do one tomorrow in honor of Ms Stokes, and it's the chicken nuggets with just a simple 1950s jello, the green jello with the cream cheese, the lime jello. But and that's another thing, I learned to take it easy in the kitchen. If you don't have an ingredient, that's okay. Forget the ingredient.
Or if I buy the wrong thing, or the wrong brand, or the wrong,
who cares?
She used to.
Well, brands I kind of care about,
but
they do have a different flavor.
It is what it is.
But yeah, or substitute, and not so much substitute, but like if you don't have something, that's okay. You know what? If you don't have vinegar, use sherry. If you don't have sherry and you need use a little sour cream. The point is, or you don't have buttermilk, you could use sour cream. So just like the milk with the lemon juice or vinegar, you could use sour cream. I never knew to put sour cream in, but there you go. Because I always said, when you do up the lemon juice or vinegar with the milk, it's always thinner. It's not thick like buttermilk. Aha! Do the Ms Phyllis ways, and it does taste better, and it tastes good. And it's thicker, just like buttermilk. So it's like little things like that. And, to talk to Steven, I'm sorry your mom passed away. I'm sorry Mr. Bucky's gone and stuff like that,
Yeah, because it was, for me, because, my wife obviously found her first and was watching, and I would sometimes come in, if I wasn't doing so, I would come out and sit down. And she actually called me in and said, hey, hon, come look at this, what do you tell me what you think? And then it interested me as well, because I'm not a cook by any means, but I like watching. Sit there
a whole night and watch all Ms Phyllis.
Yeah, and
he'll even say put
I used to like
I
like watching Food Network. I like watching Chopped. I like watching all the basic cooking shows, and so she was doing the cooking herself. So I got to watching that, and
you get addicted to Ms Phyllis and her personality and her stories. But God,
and what's she'd already been making videos for many years before we found her, so we saw videos to watch, but her and Bucky died way too soon as far as we're concerned, because obviously, but age wise he was 80, she was 70, late 70s, but for us they died too soon because they're gone just like that, and we'd only been watching them for what, a year or so, right?
Two years,
yeah. So it just was crazy, and so by no means is our loss great as Stevens and everybody else's, but it's just the fact that there's no other new videos coming or anything. We're not going to know anything else.
Yes, I know.
Their life just stopped, and we're not going to be able to follow anything else.
Abruptly.
Except what we have already.
And I would love to know her views on the vaccination and COVID.
Oh, right, the pandemic and stuff.
We speak about that all the time.
Yeah,
but
how they would have acted and
absolutely.
reacted. Yeah.
And with the election, I would assume I know how they would have voted, just because I know how they voted the last time. They made that loud and clear, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, and she spoke about living through one pandemic. Was the Spanish flu? Was that the one?
Something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah. So, it definitely would. And she, like I say, they were just so wise, and you learned a lot from elderly people, but they were just like, you don't find that era anymore. With each generation, you lose something, unfortunately. And even though I'm 51 and he's 60,
59.
60.
59.
60 in March. Okay, whatever. Who cares?
To us again. Stick to topic.
But you know what? I was raised by my parents who were very much a traditionalist. So I'm a traditionalist. I have a moral compass, and it's very old school, old fashioned. People may call that an old soul. So just because I'm 51, I don't think like a 51-year-old, and that could be a different topic. And that's what happened last time. We got into a totally different dizzy talking about that, but that's a different day, different video. But I'm definitely old school, very old fashioned girl. And there was something about we were I used to like to go on trips with them. That's another thing. Whether it was shopping for RV, mountain rest, the new car, going to Aldi,
going to the store.
Yes, but remember they were sitting in traffic and they were going to
yes, they were going to the farmer's market or something, some kind of I think to buy vegetables in bulk or something like that, and. Bucky's such a nice guy, but she did what my wife has done to me and will continue to do. She embarrassed him in front of
in a good way.
All her fans. That was a poor guy. He's driving, so she takes her camera. She moves it over and focuses it on him. She goes,
his shirt.
"Did you take the time? Did you take on purpose to pull out your most wrinkly shirt?"
And then she followed with another zinger. It was funny.
He had on a white shirt.
About a really wrinkly
it was very
shirt.
wrinkled. Poor guy's looking down at himself. They're sitting in traffic, so they're not like really moving. So he looked down at his shirt. And he's going like,
she had a great sense of humor. She really did.
So that was embarrassing. She said, "Did you pull out your most wrinkly shirt on purpose?" Oh my God, I laughed and laughed. But it was poor guy, but he didn't realize. He's probably not thinking, "Oh, all these people are going to see this," but he's probably.
Well, who cares? It was all done in good jest.
It was funny,
just
though.
My father's texting.
It was funny.
Because we're disappointed Tom Brady won. I wanted Aaron Rodgers, but that's neither here or there again, because we're going to stay on topic. So, yeah, so she had a good sense of humor. But like I said, my biggest thing is I'm going to miss her stories. And when she spoke to you, you felt like she was just speaking to you, and you felt like you were speaking to her friend. She was an old friend, and you've known her forever. And like Ken says, one of his... I wish I would have met both of them. Okay? Ken says... Not only that, but he wishes he could have sat down at Phyllis's dining room table and ate a home-cooked meal with Phyllis that she cooked. So that would have been fun. That would have been enjoyable. I wish I was her neighbor and his neighbor, for sure. And I wish I got to meet Mr. Bucky, too. I don't want to forget him. But he just seemed like a really true blue Southern gentleman. And knew how to take care of a woman, any woman. Do you know what I'm saying? And was classy and gentlemanly and raised his kids right. And with old-fashioned morals and scruples, which I like. And the same thing with Ms Phyllis. I remember she saying with her daughter Renee, she wanted to teach her to cook, and Renee had no interest at the time. And then sometimes she would call her mother, looking for a help or a recipe. And I just think Phyllis liked to be wanted, not so much wanted or needed, but I think she liked to help people. And do you know what I'm saying? And I think, and it came very natural for her. It wasn't fake. It wasn't forced. It wasn't phony. I think it was just like, you could see the ease with her. And with me, I know I could talk fast because I'm a Jersey girl, and I can have a screechy voice and quite annoying. But with Ms Phyllis, she has such a soothing, comforting voice. And I promise you, people say it all the time online about her. And when I fall asleep at night, if I can't fall asleep, or if there's an issue going on or a medical problem, I will listen to her in the background, and her voice just soothes me, and just, I don't know why, it's just very comforting to me. And I like just waking up in the middle of the night and seeing her on my TV, cooking something. Do you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. Hold on. No, do you want to say something?
No, absolutely nothing.
Okay, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. And like I said, I just don't want this to be a rambling video. I already have I have over 100 photos. Sorry, Steven, sorry. And it's a 6-minute slideshow with music. So I'll do 3 in the beginning somewhere, 3 toward the end somewhere. And I again, for anyone who wants to or wants to roll their eyes, that's fine. You can sit here and don't have to watch it, or you can sit here and pause it and come back to it later on. I'm not doing this for anybody else out there other than the respect of Ms Phyllis and Mr. Bucky, but in remembrance of Ms Phyllis on her 1-year anniversary tomorrow, January 25th. And like I said, nobody but family has ever touched me like this. And I don't know what it was about her. What's so special, what's so unique about Phyllis that makes both of us like her and speak about her and just not say, you know, okay, move on. Or just to watch the video. This really affected us too. It affected guys, Steven and Arlene, not just us, but if you, there's a lot of viewers that your mother had that she touched, and truly a lot of people adored your mother and respected her and loved her. Didn't love her like obviously you're her son, but you know, we miss her. And she did touch our lives. And we didn't have to sit there physically, Steven, and meet your mom to like your mom or Mr. Bucky. And do you know what I'm saying? We didn't. Just from watching your mom online, because we got to know your mother. We got to meet your mother on TV. And again, like I said, Steven, when she spoke to us, you know, all of us viewers, it sounded like she was just talking to you one-on-one. And you were talking to her old friend, and she was very unique. That was her a uniqueness about her. So I definitely miss your mom. That's Ruffles. I apologize. She wants to go outside. Hold on, Ruffles. Steven, hold on. Guys, he just said, was just saying, how do you know where to start at? We don't. We actually we thought Ruffles in the film, okay, saying hello. And the funny thing is, I do this all the time because I'm so new at this, and I don't even know what I'm doing. But I thought I hit record, and I did not. And Ken and I...
She's got 68 videos.
What's that to do with the price of eggs?
They should know how to work this by now.
Oh my God. I don't know why he even said that. That's nothing to do with what we're saying. So the bottom line is, guess what? I thought I hit record, and Ken and I are sitting here talking to you, Steven and Arlene.
I'm nodding my head.
And guess what? Nothing's recording. Ken goes, what the hell happened? Because the phone just stopped. That's because I was recording. So I don't know where I was at, and I apologize. I was just trying to say...
15% too, by the way.
I was just trying to say that we're going to miss your mom.
Yes.
All the viewers are. And that your mother was a very smart, very intelligent, very old-fashioned, classy lady who could do a lot of things. Not just cook and sew, but she could just get down and dirty and do, like I said in the beginning, manly things, and knew how to do stuff. And you know, and not just the womanly things like garden and keep house. I'm just talking about she knew what to look for. Do you know what I'm saying? Going out, even looking at RV, and Mr. Bucky was there to help her. And she was just, can I just say this? She was so meticulous with her notes. And her organizational skills. Oh my God, I'm too dumb. I think I saw this
one. She prepped good.
Oh, but my God, couponing and how she kept records from years ago, and she could go down to that penny. I know I touched base with this somewhere, but that was like amazing. And how she just broke it down to, seriously, the penny. I'm too dumb to do something like that. But your mother was a very smart woman. Funny, smart, classy, good teacher, good role model, a good motivator, and stuff like that. And she, you know, was very encouraging. And I like how when she says, you know what, she was making one thing one day. She goes, either it's going to be a souffle or it's going to be something else. If it didn't rise, it would be this other thing. And if it rose, it was going to be a souffle. And when she took it out of the oven, she laughed at herself and says, we don't have a souffle. I forget what it was. She called it, and that's what we had. And that's kind of the approach I take in the kitchen now. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look perfect. And it's going to taste good. And that's, and if it doesn't taste good, if someone doesn't like it, well, basically, I guess the hell with them then. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I guess we're just going to end, because I don't remember everything I just said to you, Steven and Arlene, about your mom. I don't. Like I said, I thought I was recording. I was not. So I don't want to ramble or repeat something we just said a couple of minutes ago, because I literally don't know now. So again, I'm just, I don't know if I said it now, Ken, that was not recorded, or before when we said sorry and we sent our condolences to Steven and Arlene.
That was the part that we didn't record.
Oh, so let's just end it with that then. So Stephen and Arlene, we send our deepest sympathy and condolences to your mom, to you about your mom. Yes. We're sorry for your loss, yes. into your children. I know death is not easy. It sucks. And I know tomorrow's the 1-year anniversary. And that's hard. So I can't believe time has flown by so fast. Can you, Stephen and Arlene? A year already. My God. Seems like just yesterday, doesn't it? So with that being said, I wish you guys for this whole new year, peace, success, health, happiness, but definitely your health. Yes. Be safe and be well. COVID is a crazy thing out there. And we should do another video about the vaccine. So, or maybe, Stephen, you should. Your views on that. Anyway, with that being said, I hope we did I hope we paid homage to your mom and some respect there. Because we definitely do like your mom and miss her and respected her a lot. Definitely. And Mr. Bucky, too. Yes. And I'm sorry we didn't get to talk about Mr. Bucky in our last video. We did. But we like Mr. Bucky, too, for sure. It was the two of them. They were a team. So, all right, Stephen and Arlene, take care. And kids, take care. Be safe and stay healthy. And bye, Ms Phyllis. Guys, hey, real quick. I know you don't want to see my face because you just got done with a beautiful slideshow of Ms Phyllis and Mr. Bucky. I'm sorry, football's on. But real quick, my husband said not to make this video to end it with a slideshow, that I was going to break up the continuity. But there's some little videos, like snippets. One's a 40-second video, one's a 30-second video, one's a minute 40, one's a minute 14. And they're just like little, I thought, important things of Ms Phyllis that popped into my head. So I apologize for not ending with the Ms Phyllis and with that beautiful slideshow. So hence, this is why you're seeing me again. And you're going to be seeing some like little random snippets of me speaking about Miss Phyllis, and then I'll just end with a pretty photo, one photo of Mr. Bucky, Ms Phyllis. Okay, and this was just my, you know, I just chose to do this. All right. And I just wanted to add, before I, you know, upload this video about Ms Phyllis Stokes, is that she didn't seem like a stranger. Because I wanted to finish the story. She didn't seem like a stranger. When you watched her, she seemed like somebody you've known all your life. And that you were watching a friend. And you were, when she spoke to you, it looked like she was speaking to just you. And that you were just having a one-on-one conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? That's what I liked. And that's something I was trying to do with my angles. Make them a little bit more personal. Not just, okay, get up and do a video and that's it. But, you know, and let me just go back to Ms Phyllis. And you want to know something about watching her too? I said there was something soothing about her. But, and like I said, you know, it seems like you've known her all your life. She's somebody I definitely would like to have met for sure, and her husband. And I'm sorry I did not, because you can learn a lot from people like that. But, oh, sorry, just my phone. Hold on. I got to get that phone call. All right, let me just continue. But to just get on with this, I've never, ever, 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 and I don't watch many people on TV. I really don't even watch Food Network. But to have a complete stranger touch you or affect you the way she did, and to change my way of thinking a little bit in the kitchen, including, like I said, cleaning up, realizing, okay, you could do without this, and it doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be that ingredient, and if you don't have it, that's fine. And completely substitute something completely, totally different in there. That's what I've come away with. But to have a complete stranger touch my husband and I the way she did is just remarkable. Never thought that could be. Do you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, definitely want to, you know, I've not gone through all her videos, and I look forward to that. So when I see a new one on TV, I'm like, oh my God, because there's a new story. Forget the recipes, just tuning into the woman. That's what I like. I tuned in to see Phyllis, to grow with Phyllis, to learn from Phyllis. And that's what I took away from her channel. And for me personally, it's made me better, I think, in the kitchen. You know, I'm a little bit more at ease and more relaxed in there, and I go with the flow. Hey, listen, it is what it is. So yeah, there was another word I wanted to put on about Phyllis, because like I said, she's a stranger. We don't know her, and whatnot, but watching her, it seems like you did know her, right? And for all of you out there that watch Phyllis, you know exactly what I'm saying. So yeah, okay. Bye, guys. Can I just say one thing? Because I forgot to say a couple things about what I learned, and they're coming back to me. Like, even Ms Phyllis, she taught you about pots and pans and stainless steel in different gauges. And if one is thicker, you don't put it on the bottom of the oven. You would put it on the top, or you would put that on the bottom so it doesn't burn. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? For somebody who doesn't know that, that's so interesting. That's such a good tip. And she was so full of knowledge and wisdom. And again, you know, this doesn't go on this rack because, you know, it's going to burn. You put this up here, and this one can go down there because of that. I just loved it. And about towels and kitchen towels, and oh my God, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? And then I learned about, and I enjoyed watching her teach us about yesterday, and when she was in 3rd grade elementary school, the way she lived, where she lived, and how it was in school, and how it was so much different than what it is today. I loved hearing her stories. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just, you know, she created a picture. She painted a beautiful picture with her hands about, and you could just, you know, it was like warm and fuzzy and cozy for me. And I loved going along with her on her journey back to yesterday. I really did. Because that's the type of person I am. I'm sentimental like that. And so I really enjoyed that. And it was fun. And just her little tidbits in the kitchen. Do you know what I'm saying? About this and about that. And I just love, and you learn stuff. That's what I'm going to miss. And again, even at 51, and again, like I said, being a good cook myself and a baker, but I learned stuff that I did not know or even think about until I just started watching Ms Phyllis. Yeah. you know, and about couponing and how you save money, and how I loved how she do everything by math, you know, and write it out. She was just so meticulous with her notes and her organization, right? And you can see that about her. Me, I'm so not organized. Oh my God, no. But Ms Phyllis, my mother's organized like that. And she even has, my mother even has a filing cabinet. But anyway, but you know, you can see that with Ms Phyllis. She was just so organized and detailed. And again, she just, oh, her diary from when she went to the grocery store and how she had everything just so lined up like a checkbook, but for like groceries, right? And all the money she saved and how she could go back even years ago and look at something, what she's paid then, what she's paying now. I just loved it. That's something else I learned from Ms Phyllis. And again, and how to save money and how to keep better organizations and how to compare stuff and how to break down the poundage or the ounces in something for the dollar amount and just like compare apples to apples. That's something else you learned from Ms Phyllis. That's something else I wanted to say. So you didn't just learn recipes and some tidbits. You learned about pots and pans. You learned about how to shop. You know what I'm saying? And how to do couponing and how to keep a better diary and how to do this and how to do that. That's what I loved. And that's what I enjoyed. And I enjoyed her stories. And she was a woman of wealth. And how she could just repulsor. Oh my God, chairs. Make them look brand new. It was amazing. And how, you know, she just, I loved the fact she could sew and make drapes. And very handy woman, very smart. She even knew about electricity, right? And plumbing and I like when she went on to inspect the RVs and she took us with her and she would show you what she was looking for and looking for a wet here or, you know, could there have been a plumbing problem because of this, because of that? And she told you where to look. These are the things you learned about life. And this is what I came away with, you know, and she just taught you wisdom, seriously, about living and stuff like that. And you just learned a lot from her. And you really could learn a lot from her if you just continue watching her videos. And I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Did I tell you something else I do that Ms Phyllis taught me? You know those, when you go to the grocery store and they have those big plastic containers that has, like, say, your spinach or your kale or your baby spinach and kale in there or your spring salad mix. It's those plastic containers, those big, long, rectangular ones. Guess what? I use them for leftovers and I put them in my freezer, just like Ms Phyllis did. So that's just something else, you know, that I'm talking about. Just little, I want to say a curse word, but I won't. But those are like little things you learned. And that you put to use today. So I learned that from Ms Phyllis and I used that today. And that was a good idea, good tip. And who would have thought that? I always threw mine away. I didn't know they could go in the freezer and that they would freeze your food. And, you know what I'm saying, you could use them as a storage container. But you can. There you go, Ms Phyllis. And as I sit here going through photos to put on as a slideshow for Mr. Bucky, Ms Phyllis. And again, you know, that's another thing she taught me. And I apologize for just keep coming back. But another thing was, she just taught me, you know what, you don't have to do your hair and makeup to get on video to make a cooking video. And she was so classy. And I found her to be a very pretty lady. There's only a couple of videos where she does, yeah, a couple of videos where she does have some makeup on. And she was just so beautiful. But you know what? So when I do, and trust me, guys, I grew up in the 80s, the big hair. And still, when I do my hair, I mean, it's not done. I still wear big hair. Since I've been 13 and 51, haven't changed my hairstyle. Always wear big hair, tease it up, wear bangs. Bangs are getting a little thinner, but I still, you know, do crazy wild hair. But, and there was a time and place you would never, heavy or not, even when I was thin, even when I was just chubby, even when I was fat. And I'm fat now, but I always did my hair and makeup. Then, so weight has nothing to do with it. But you know what? And I said to my husband, oh my God, I'm going to have to do my hair and makeup every day to do videos. And then, you know, you watch Ms Phyllis and you think, no, I don't. People are going to tune in to watch me. They don't care what I look like. And if they do, well, then I don't want them on my channel. If they're that shallow. But you want to know something? And like I said, I'm here to cook. And hopefully, if you're older and you know how to cook, you like something, you may, like Phyllis, you may know how to cook, and I may say something like, oh my God, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. And you just learned something. Or you may be a newer viewer that doesn't know much about anything, and you may actually learn something. So the point is, that's another thing I learned from Ms Phyllis, just to be natural and, you know, and be real. You don't have to do your hair and makeup to go on a camera. And hence, I don't, but I should, right? Because you've seen some real raw videos. And there was something else too about Ms Phyllis. I don't know, but she has such a way about her, and such a ease about her, and such a calmness about her, and that everything's going to be okay. And I just wish she was around now, so I would like to hear what she had to say about the pandemic, you know, and her views and her take on that and stuff like that. All right, bye. Unless I think of something else. So that's all I really wanted to say was that Ms Phyllis is a classy lady, old-fashioned lady, and she was very womanly. She could cook, she could sew, she could clean, she could work with the screwdriver, she could fix a little plumbing or electricity here and there. She knew she could really tinker and get down and dirty. And not only could she sew, but she could do some manly things. I just love that about her. She was very, very well-rounded. She could do a little bit of everything. I like that. Very classy. Rest in peace, Phyllis.